Hi, is this Marcus? This is Rachel Kim from Stratus Technologies. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today about the Senior Product Manager position.
Hi, Rachel. Yes, this is Marcus Webb. Thanks so much for the opportunity. I've been really excited about this role since I saw the posting.
Wonderful to hear. So, Marcus, you're currently a product manager at Velocity Labs, is that right? Can you tell me a bit about your current role and what you've been working on?
That's right. I've been at Velocity for about 4 years now. I currently lead the platform team, which is responsible for our core API and developer tools. My team is 8 engineers and 2 designers. The biggest thing I shipped last year was a complete redesign of our developer onboarding experience, which cut time to first API call from 45 minutes down to under 10.
That's an impressive improvement. What was your approach to identifying that as a priority and driving the project forward?
Great question. It started with data. I noticed our activation funnel had a huge drop-off at the integration step. About 60% of new developers were abandoning. So I set up user interviews with about 20 developers who churned, and the consistent feedback was that our documentation was scattered and the setup process had too many steps. I built the business case showing we were losing about $2 million in annual revenue from that drop-off, and that got executive buy-in pretty quickly.
I love that you led with data. How did you prioritize the specific improvements?
I used a combination of impact mapping and RICE scoring. We identified about 30 potential improvements, then stack-ranked them. The top 3 were an interactive setup wizard, pre-built code samples in 6 languages, and a sandbox environment. We shipped them in that order over 3 months, measuring the impact of each before moving to the next.
Excellent. Now I noticed you have experience with both B2B and B2C products. Can you talk about how you approach stakeholder management in more complex B2B environments?
Absolutely. At Velocity, I work with enterprise clients who have very specific requirements and long sales cycles. The key for me has been creating a structured feedback loop. I hold monthly advisory board sessions with our top 10 enterprise customers, and I maintain a shared roadmap that sales, customer success, and engineering all have visibility into. The hardest part is saying no to custom feature requests and redirecting those into platform-level solutions that benefit everyone.
That's really mature product thinking. Let me shift gears a bit. What interests you specifically about Stratos in this role?
A few things. First, I'm really drawn to the AI native product approach. At Velocity, we're retrofitting AI onto existing products, and it's painful. Stratos is building AI first, which I think is the right approach. Second, the scale is exciting. Your platform processes what, 50 million API calls a day? That's the kind of technical challenge where product decisions really matter. And third, honestly, I've talked to 3 people who work here, and they all raved about the culture.
That's great to hear. Now, every product manager faces tough trade-offs. Can you tell me about a time you had to make a really difficult product decision?
Sure. About 18 months ago, we discovered that our real-time analytics feature, which about 15% of customers used, was consuming 40% of our infrastructure costs. I had to make the call to either sunset it or completely rebuild it. After talking to the customers using it, I realized most of them actually only needed near real-time, like a 5-minute delay was fine. So we rebuilt it with batch processing instead of streaming, cut the infrastructure cost by 80%, and only lost 2 customers who truly needed sub-second latency. We helped those 2 migrate to a third-party solution.
That shows great judgment. Being willing to lose customers when the math makes sense is tough. Marcus, what's your management philosophy? How do you work with engineering teams?
I believe the best product decisions happen when engineering and product are true partners, not when product just throws requirements over the wall. I spend the first 2 weeks of any new initiative embedded with the engineering team, understanding the technical constraints. I've found that when engineers understand the why behind what we're building, they often come up with better solutions than what I originally spec'd. My role is to set the destination, not dictate the route.
I really like that philosophy. It aligns well with how we work here. Do you have any questions for me about the role or the team?
I do. I'm curious about the team structure. How many engineers would I be working with, and is the team co-located or distributed?
Great question. The team is 12 engineers, split across 2 squads. About half are in our San Francisco office and half are remote across the U.S. We do quarterly in-person offsites to keep the team connected.
That sounds like a great setup. And what does success look like in the first 90 days for this role?
In the first 90 days, we'd want you to deeply understand our customer segments, build relationships with the engineering leads, and own the roadmap for our next product launch, which is targeting Q3. We believe in giving new PMs time to learn before making big decisions.
That's exactly the kind of thoughtful onboarding I'd hope for. I'm really excited about this opportunity, Rachel.
Wonderful, Marcus. Your experience is really impressive, and I think you'd be a great fit here. Let me tell you about next steps. We'd like to bring you in for an on-site with the team. Our hiring coordinator will reach out within the next couple of days to schedule that. It'll be about a 4-hour session with the engineering leads, our VP of product, and a cross-functional panel.
That sounds great. I'm available any day next week except Tuesday. Thanks so much for your time today, Rachel. This conversation has made me even more excited about the opportunity.
Thank you, Marcus. We're equally excited. You'll hear from us soon. Have a great rest of your day.